So yeah, welcome everyone for this session about our new program called the Hanyang Work Experience. Today, together with Chris, we are going to present you and introduce you this program that is also new for us, and we are quite exciting because this is something that has been, I think, requested from quite some partners and students to have the opportunity also to have some work experience in one of our destination. So my name is Paul. I represent Asia Exchange for the French market, and Chris is with me today to host this webinar.
Yes, welcome everyone, and thank you for joining in. I'm here located in Hamburg. Yeah, I love sending students abroad. Personally, I was an exchange student with Asia Exchange in 2015, 10 years ago in Phuket in Thailand. I also did an internship, but not in South Korea, but in Bangkok in Thailand. Yeah, so we hope we can inspire just some student of, yeah, maybe doing like a combination, as Paul said. We have here like a mix of a semester abroad, like an internship as like one product line. And also in Germany now we have like many students asking for this kind of program, asking if we all can also help like in options in terms of like providing internship solution. So thank you for joining in. Yep, let's start.
Yeah, let's start. So first of all, maybe a quick agenda about what we are going to talk today. We will first present you who we are for the ones who might not know Beyond Abroad yet. We will talk about the benefits that can bring this new program to students. Of course, we are going to talk about Hanyang University, which will be our host university for this program. We are going to go through the overview of the program to show you how it's built, when it starts, when it ends, what options you have. Then we will show you what are the possible positions that you can find as a work experience. You will see there are quite many options possible for this program. Of course, something that's always important for students is the accommodation. So it's always a part that can be a bit stressful before going abroad, but you can see that we have quite good and affordable options for you in Korea. And then we will talk about more like paperwork and application process, how it works for us to apply to this program. And at the end, if you have any questions, we will make sure to answer them. So let's
Yes.
start with the introduction.
Yeah, I can give you guys a bit background info about Asia Exchange and Keystone itself. So Asia Exchange, we have this company already since 2007, so 25 years. And the idea was always basically sending students to Asia for a semester abroad on a cheap price to make this like accessible for many students rather than just a few. Since last year, we're belonging to the Keystone Education Group, which is like a very big company, a Norwegian company. And to this Keystone Education Group is also like Blueberry belonging. It's a Swedish company sending students from Sweden to a semester abroad all around the world. And Sonar and Sowa is sending full degree students from Norway all around the world. And what we did, or what we are working right now at the moment, we are combining those networks. So we are kind of combining the strengths of those three big players to have like a greater network for students to be able to send students to Asia, but also outside of Asia. Yeah, and this is also now part of these new product lines that we are working on, and we're trying to offer solutions also in terms of internship for students, short-term mobility. Yeah, just that you guys have a bit of background info. And we're building basically at the moment the biggest platform in Europe together with Blueberry, Sonar, and Asia Exchange, merging those networks. And then by this, we are able this year to send more than 2,000 students abroad. Yeah, let's continue.
So yeah, as you can see in the map, we now combined so our three different agents as the exchange was more focusing on Asia, obviously, but now we can offer many more destinations, as you can see on the map. But today we will focus obviously on South Korea. This is where our program of the day is taking place.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah, the maybe the arguments for students like going abroad with Beyond Abroad and Asia Exchange in general, but also mainly combining like the semester abroad and internship solution. In general, we have a very fast admission process. So the students, they're sending us all the application documents online, and we are going through the admission usually within 24 hours, screening those applications, and can give students relatively fast also the commitment if they get a study abroad placement. This is because we have like a huge network, and we usually don't work with bilateral exchange agreements, so we don't need to balance those markets out. Yeah, this allows us to have like high quotas for the students. As you guys know, like in the field of bilateral exchange agreement, a very often an issue is that universities have only very few seats for the students. So we have like a lot of seats, and by this we can also place students, for example, like as friends group, which is always continuously being asked for students. In Germany if we can place them together for a semester abroad, but this will also be possible here. We can place students together at Hanyang University, combining a semester abroad and like an internship solution. In the best case, we can also place those students in the same company for the internship. This is nothing we can guarantee, because there are also like interview processes for the students. But this is a bit also the idea behind it, like placing students together, group of students, combining semester abroad and internship. Yeah, we have discounted tuition fee. We have a huge network in Asia. We have also teams in Asia. And based on the amount of students that we are sending to those universities, we are also able to get really good tuition fee deals for the students. So we have 2,300 euros for one full semester abroad in average. We have late application deadlines, and generally, like students, they can apply, I would say, 4 months before the semester is starting. We're still able to place those students. Here, in terms of the semester abroad in combination with internship, I think we need like 5 to 6 months. We will come to this at a bit later point of time, because there will be like an additional interview process, like for placing those students at the companies, additionally to the application process for the semester abroad. All of our universities offer English speaking courses. This is something that we are filtering at Asia Exchange. So we are sitting together with those Asian universities, screening like all the courses that they are offering. And then on our homepage, we are listing all the courses that are available in English for the students. So they can also plan accordingly. And then they have the guarantee, yeah, that everything is in English for them. Yeah, students can usually make until 36 ECTS per semester. Here at this program, then they can even make 40 ECTS per semester, but we will come to this at a later point. Yeah, and we have teams in Hong Kong, in the Philippines, and in Bali. And what we are always doing, we make sure like someone from Asia Exchange is also like guiding the students through the program. So it's very important for us that like some person from us is there when the program is starting. So yeah, students have like a smooth beginning also. Yeah, next one, please.
Yes, so now we are going to deep dive into Korea, our Asian destination. I would say maybe one of the most popular destinations that we have in Asia. So yeah, Chris, I think you can go through the benefits of this program.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, South Korea, I would say for us is like a super important destination, which is like extremely high demanded. And at Asia Exchange, we're cooperating now in terms of this program with Hanyang University in Ansan, but we also have a few other universities available. For example, Konkuk University right in Seoul. We have Hankook University of Foreign Studies right in Seoul. We have Dong-A University in Busan. So there are like a few more options for students that only want to do a semester abroad with us in South Korea. But if students are interested in this combination semester abroad plus internship, we only offer this here at Hanyang University. And the benefits of the work experience programs, I think they are obviously students can combine those academic excellence doing a semester abroad and also gathering some work experience. And at least here in Germany, nowadays we have a lot of full-time study degrees where the semester abroad is mandatory, but it's even getting more and more where even a semester abroad and an internship is mandatory. And we in particular would like to address like those students studying those degrees that need a combination here of semester abroad and internship. Yeah, so if we go a bit more into detail, the length of the work studies of the internship is 2 months. The campus dormitories and living costs in general are affordable. We will like present the prices also on the next slide. Yeah, students they get for sure they get a certificate of completion that they can also provide to their home university after doing like this work experience, this 2 months in internship. And besides from this, it's like a normal semester abroad. But there are like two different ways how to design a semester abroad. I think it's coming on the next slide, and Paul can talk a little bit about it. Um, yeah, next slide, please.
Maybe before let's talk a bit about Hanyang University itself. So you have to know that it's one of our most popular campus, I would say, also in inside Korea. We have many students going every semester to study in Hanyang University. It has a very good reputation. It is top 1% in the QS ranking. So for the ones who are not familiar with that, it's basically a world ranking about universities, and Hanyang is quite high in this ranking. So, for example, for students who like to work soon, for example, after the studies, having spent a semester in Hanyang, plus potentially an experience, work experience in Korea on your CV, it can really make difference. The the university is really has a really good reputation, and of course, like having work experience abroad is always a big plus because you can develop skills that you might not develop in your home country. You will develop language as well, like maybe develop your English. That could be a good way as well to improve your CV for the moment you will be looking for a job.
Mm-hmm.
In this university, you can usually study business, economics, engineering, pharmacy, public relations, physics, and way more. I invite you, if you are interested, to check on our website. You have a lot of details about every university that we are representing. So you go on Hanyang University profile, and you will find a course list where you will be able to see if these courses that are offered can be interesting for you.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about semester dates, as you can see, it's quite normal, as I can say, like compared to usually what we find in Europe. The semester would start on the 25th of August and end in December 21st, and you will have until April 30 to apply for this semester. So it's basically 4 months before the semester starts. But we really encourage you to start the process earlier for this program, specifically because there is this work experience combined with the semester, and you need to pass some interviews with potential companies that will recruit you for a work experience. So we highly suggest you to start, let's say, 5 to 6 months before the semester would start, so that you are ready, you have time to go through interviews, because you have the chance to decide if after one interview you don't feel like this is a company for you. You can always ask for another interview, and this process can take little time. So that's why
Mm-hmm.
we highly suggest that you apply as early as you can, so that you will find the best option for you. The other semester would start on March 1st and end in June 21st, and you will have until maximum October 31st to apply. For this program, the maximum is not 30 ECTS but 40. But we recommend usually to take the equivalent of 30 ECTS. That represents usually 5 to 6 courses, and that's usually enough for you in order to validate your semester abroad. Your home university will usually accept 30 ECTS, so that they validate your semester abroad. The campus is located also in Ansan, so it's like in the neighborhood of Seoul. From what students mention, usually it's about 45 minutes transport to the heart of Seoul. So it's a bit further, but it's quite easy. The transportation system in Korea is really efficient and good, so you can get to the heart of Seoul really quickly from the campus. Last but not least, the tuition fees for this program is 3,500 euro for one semester. And of course, you get on top of that the work experience. So it's a semester tuition fees plus the work experience that costs you 3,500 euros.
Yeah.
And if you are a bachelor or master student, it's good for you because Hanyang University is offering both level courses.
Yes. Really good. Yeah, let's come to the work experience program overview. So students spend a semester at the visiting student at Hanyang University plus participate in a non-paid practical training. Yeah, unfortunately, the internship is non-paid. This is also related to the visa regulations in South Korea. Students, they will come to South Korea with a visiting visa. So to get this visiting visa, they need to be enrolled for a semester abroad at also at Hanyang University. So they would need to choose at minimum like one course during their semester abroad. Like this is the minimum they can combine it, like choosing one course at Hanyang University and then having this work experience. They can also do like normal amount of courses, like 5, 6 courses, and then have the working experience additionally. Just like the setup would be different. I think it's explained on the next slide. The first option that I told you, there the work experience is included in the time during the semester. And the other option, when students take more courses at their semester abroad, they focus on studies first, and after the semester abroad, they will have like the 2 months work experience. Um, yeah, as Paul mentioned, like the placement is also including like an interview for the employees located in Seoul and Ansan in South Korea. So we would highly suggest, yeah, every student that is interesting, don't pay attention to the application deadline for a semester abroad at Hanyang University, but please get in contact with us like 2 or 3 months earlier. So as Paul said, like 5, 6, 7 months before the semester abroad on the program is starting. It's just easier for the students to find like the perfect company because it could be like students, there are like many companies students can choose from, and maybe they're going through like 4 or 5 different interviews just to get an understanding also which company is the best for them in terms of the field of the expertise and everything around what they want to do. Yeah, so better plan like a bit more application and preparation time. Yeah, students work 20 to 40 hours per week with flexibility based on the company's needs. So all of these things are basically agreed and discussed also in the job interview with the student. No, if them in the matching with the employer of the student. As I mentioned, students need to take minimum one course. Otherwise, it's not possible because students need to have this visit visa. It's a student visa, so they need to be enrolled for a semester abroad in Hanyang to be able to do this combination of semester abroad and internship. And yeah, after the program, obviously students receive an official transcript of records with all the courses that they taken at Hanyang University. And additionally, they would also get like a certificate of completion from the company of the internship. And as Paul mentioned, no, like students, they always have like a different desire doing something like this. Maybe they have in their home university, maybe in Germany or in France, like a combination where they have a mandatory semester abroad or it's like a mandatory internship. Maybe they really try like to move their life also to South Korea and get like some working experience there, basically trying to establish them like with their first feet there on the ground in South Korea. I think those would be like the most common backgrounds why students would decide for like a program like this. Yeah, next slide, please.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. So now let's deep dive more into like the program period, like how it's like organized during the year. So you have to know that first you divide the semesters. So you have the spring semester that usually start in March and would end in June for the classic semester. And then you have the autumn semester that would start in September until December. Then, so first students need to choose which semester he wants to go. But then you have the option, either option one would be to only take one course at Hanyang University, which is really recommended by Hanyang University because while you are studying, you do your work experience exactly at the same time. So the length of the program would be 4 months, and you would do one course at Hanyang University and do your work experience at the same time. So this is like option one. But if you prefer and would like maybe to stay a bit longer in Korea, or really, as Chris mentioned, make like a full semester abroad and then have your work experience, it's also possible. So you can study as a classic semester abroad students, where you will maybe take the equivalent of the 30 CTS that you would need to validate for your semester abroad. As you can see, it's also possible to go up to 40 CTS, but usually we recommend 30. So you can, yeah, basically take 5 to 6 courses from March to June or from September to December. And then you will have the work experience starting right after that. So it will last around 2 months from July to August or from January to February. So yeah, two options that gives basically more flexibility to students. They can really choose whatever option they prefer. I see there are some questions coming in the chat. We will just answer them at the end of the presentation. Yeah, Chris, you are muted.
Yes, sorry, I'm just answering the chat. Give me a second, I will continue.
Yeah, no worries. I think we can go through the questions also at the end of the presentation.
Yeah, that's true. So there was just a question one time regarding the workload. I can quickly jump in.
Yeah.
So the workload will be like 20 to 40 hours per week, and the internship period will be for 2 months. And then there was the question if this internship possibly could be extended to 5 months. We would need to ask this individually with Hanyang University because this is also for us a new product line now that we don't offer at other universities. We have this combination of semester abroad and internship right now only in South Korea at Hanyang University. So in this case, yeah, please just drop us a message. We can individually ask this case if it's also possible to have a combination with like a longer internship here. But there's nothing, unfortunately, that we can confirm at this point of time. Yeah, let's continue. So the fields and possible positions, sorry for the internship, it's mainly mostly related to IT and business. This is like mainly the target group of students where we have employers available. So information technology, everything you can see, computer science, marketing, business administration. Yeah. So these courses could lead like, for example, to different job fields or like students that are generally interested in like being a marketer or like being operation team assistant, problem solver in general. So it's like all kind of different business related fields and IT fields, I would say. Also, Hanyang is very strong in terms of the courses they are offering in English in terms of the business field, but also the IT field. Hanyang is also very strong in terms of engineering. We're sending a lot of engineering from France and Germany. But in the field of engineering, as I know right now, we don't have internship or like work experience offerings. But maybe this is also something that will come up in the future. So if you're interested like in any of those fields of work experience, and you want to work like with international markets, maybe you want to like create like put the first feet maybe into South Korea, into this business world. You're looking for more jobs there, trying to create like a network, to get connections to different companies. I think this program really makes sense. You know, like going there, having this hands-on work experience, even though it's like not long, it's only a 2 month thing. I think it's already like enough for the students also to like create connections in South Korea. Talk with different companies, and maybe if they have the understanding and the desire also to move their life to South Korea, I think it's like a good start. But yeah, on the other side, also for students that are just interested in semester abroad in combination with internship, maybe also because it's the requirement of the home university. We recommend this product. Yeah, next slide, please.
Yeah, just to add a quick thing, like if you don't see like your study field in this list, you can always contact us, and we can see what we can do with Hanyang directly, because I'm sure like we could find other internship in your study fields as well. So don't hesitate to contact us if you are, for example, an engineer and would really like to make this type of program and find a company in your field.
Mhm.
So yeah, just wanted to add that. So always don't be shy and ask us. We can find solutions. Yeah,
Exactly. There's one more question in the chat that I would like to answer, Paul. Like, if there's
go
a
ahead. Yeah.
work allowance offered, unfortunately, no, because you're getting a visit visa, and this visa is basically a student visa, which is enabling you to study abroad in South Korea. And this is also unfortunately why they are not able like to provide you with a salary for this 2 months work experience, because this is like attached to the student visa. And it's very, very difficult in South Korea to obtain a working visa, especially for such a short period of time. I would say it's almost impossible. Um, yeah, that's very unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but it's the reality in South Korea. Now we always need to see like which visas we can provide the students, enable them also to go like to a certain country. And here we have the situation that students need this visit visa in relation to the semester abroad. That's also why they need to take minimum one course at Hanyang University if they want to do the work experience program. Okay, sorry for
Yep.
interrupting. We can continue.
No worries. It's all good, all good. Um, Now maybe we can talk about the accommodation. This is always something students are a bit like stressed about because this is usually you book an accommodation if you are coming from Europe. Um, like you need to find accommodation on the other side of the planet. You don't really know the place. You don't know how it works to find accommodation. So we can really help you with that. And the first option, and I think the best one, is to stay at Hanyang University's dormitories. We always have really good feedback from students going to the dormitories. You are on campus, you are very close to your classroom. You can also experience and live like the student life on campus because obviously there are many things happening. It's a big campus, Hanyang University. You have many events organized. You have many student unions, sports clubs, cultural activities on the campus. So yeah, you will never get bored if you study there and if you have your accommodation on campus. Definitely, you have many things to do. So
Definitely.
usually, yeah, you wanted to add something, Chris?
No, I would just
Yeah,
like to highlight the prices actually. Sorry for interrupting, because
yeah,
personally, it's a really good deal. Like having an on-campus dormitory for 4 months for like 700 euros, so less than 200 euros per month, and then 6 months, 1,100. Yeah, just wanted to
yeah,
mention.
exactly. Yeah, it's a super cheap option. That's why I think we also advise this option. If you count like, yeah, 700 divided by 4 months, it's less than 200 euro per month. So very, very affordable. If you want your own apartment in Seoul or closer to the campus, it's also possible. You can do that. We can also help you with that, but know that it's going to be more expensive, usually around 400 to 500 euro per month. That's usually what I hear from
Mhm.
students. And yeah, basically on the dormitory, you will share a room with another student. It's very well equipped. You have a air conditioning bathroom, two single beds, and some basic equipment. And usually, you have the possibility to choose your roommate. So if you go with a friend and you ask that you would like to share the room with your friend, it's usually possible to make this kind of arrangement. You just need to tell us on time. So yeah, I think we have very good options for accommodations in Hanyang University.
Yeah, there's a question regarding the dormitory fee, if it's per person or per room. From my understanding, it's per person. Do you have insights for?
Yeah, it's per person. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, so you will share like a room with yeah, one another person. So two beds for one room, and then yeah, 180 euros per person per month. Yeah.
exactly.
Alrighty. Yeah, application process, how it works. In generally, students are going through the same application process that we are offering for Hanyang University as a semester abroad. So students find all the application documents online on our homepage, asiaexchange.org. Yeah, they're uploading all those application on documents, and we are screening them relatively fast within 24 hours and giving those students the feedback also if the application documents are correct. On the next slide, we will also show the application documents. But then additionally, there will be like a second process. No, this is only the process for the semester abroad, and afterwards there will be like the process of the interviews with the employees. So it's basically two smaller processes to apply. And if this one is done, yeah, most of the things are fixed. Students, they get their official acceptance letter. This is the one they need for their visa to apply for the student visa in their home country. Students get this letter usually around 6 weeks before the semester abroad is starting. This is the moment of time when we are receiving them. We are directly sending them to the students. They book an appointment at their close by South Korean consulate. Yeah, and then they get the visa in between like 1 to 3 weeks. Before they should book the flights, definitely, because the flights are always getting very expensive if you book very late. Yeah. What are we also doing? We're putting all students in a WhatsApp group always before the program is starting. This is really important for us so that students can, yeah, interact with themselves and get connected. Also in terms of accommodation, what we can also do, we can place students together at dormitories. So if you're like a group of friends, for example, if you're like two students and you're interested in this program, obviously we could also place you in the same dormitory here. Um, yeah, so the process is relatively easy. Online application for the semester abroad on the Asia Exchange homepage. Afterwards, you get sent all the mail regarding the interviews process with the different companies and the employees. Yeah, then you get your visa letter. You apply for the visa before you're booking your flight, and then you're ready to rumble and ready to go for your semester abroad.
Yeah, I think it's a good sum up of how our application process is working. So yeah, very easy, and we are here always to help whatever stage you are on your application.
Mm-hmm.
So now to talk a bit more like administrative and paperworks. So first, every student who would like to apply for this program needs to be at least 18 years old and must be enrolled at a higher institution at the home country. That's very important. It's for the visa. Once again, this is something that you need to respect. Regarding the documents that we are going to ask you, if you are interested in this program, so you will have a certificate of enrollment that will be that you can ask directly from your home university. We will ask you also an official transcript of records, usually the latest you have received from your home university. Proof of insurance, that's very important. The insurance is something that we always advise students to really take care of before you leave. That's super important because then whatever could happen to you on site, you know that you have a good insurance, that you can get the help you need, and that's very reassuring once you are on site. We'll also ask you the copy of your passports, also very important. Other type of documents that we'll ask you can be language certificates. Usually, we are not going to ask you like a official test, like a TOEFL, for example, but more like a letter from your home university that would basically confirm that you have the English level, English skills in order to follow courses that will be held in English. This is really to make sure that you won't fail your semester because you might not understand the courses. So we just want to make sure that you are able to follow courses and participate to classes. Then we'll also ask you color sized picture. This is usually for your student card. Something important also is a financial affidavit or bank statements. This is something that is required by the Korean immigration. So usually for one semester, we are asking for students to have around 5,000 euros on their bank account. But it can also be on your parents' bank account. It can also be from scholarships that you might get. So you just need to show proof of having this amount of money, usually 5,000 euro for a semester, just to show the authorities that you are able to live in Korea without needing money once you are there. Basically, it's reassuring the authorities, but also
Mm,
the Hanyang University. We
exactly.
will also ask you your resume. So this is super important for your work placement. This is usually the base when you start an application for a job or for an internship. Uh, Recruiters will check your resume first. So we really suggest you to make a good resume, really to show your your background, your experience, your studies, so that the recruiters in Korea will see your resume and will be interested in your profile. And yeah, there might be also some additional documents that could be asked from you if you are not coming from a OECD country. But these we are going to tell you like
Mm.
privately if you need any additional documents.
Yeah.
But yeah, one important thing also is that all these documents must be submitted in English. So if you have a certificate of arraignment already in French, please ask, for example, your university to translate it in English. That's quite important.
Yeah, exactly. And I just quick comment regarding the financial evidence and the bank statement. What most of the students are doing, they're providing us with the financial evidence because they don't need to show the money on the bank account. It's basically just a paper, yeah, signed by most likely by the parents, yeah, that they would financially come up for their son or their daughter in case of any emergency. Now, this is basically required from Hanyang, but also from South Korea itself. They want to have it like as an emergency if something is, yeah, happening. No?
Yeah.
There was a question regarding the IELTS requirement regarding the language test. In general, we are not requiring IELTS tests. So the most easy situation here for the student, if they had already courses in English at their home university, and they go to the professor, they get like a paper from the professor that they had those courses, and then usually this is enough, like as a language certificate. Otherwise, IELTS is for sure accepted, TOEFL is accepted, Duolingo is accepted, but unfortunately, I can't tell you right now about the exact points of the IELTS test that you need to get accepted. But this is something we can definitely find out. Just reach out to us.
Yeah, and the easiest is just to get, if you didn't pass any English test, the easiest is just to ask from English teacher or from your international office if they can provide you with a recommendation letter that
Hmm.
proves that you have the level in English to be able to follow classes in English while you will be in Korea. So
Yeah,
that's quite easy. Yeah.
exactly. Alrighty. Yeah.
So yeah, I think we are good with the presentation. I think we have been showing you the most important information regarding these new programs that we are launching. And now we can maybe check questions that have been in the chat. We have been answering already some of them. I'm just going through it once again. How many hours will be the maximum spent at the company? Um, this one I'm not sure we have answered already. So it was between 20 to 40 hours per week. So the maximum would be 40 hours per week. It will depend, of course, on the company that will recruit you.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
we
you have
have
answered already.
that. I think we are good. Let me quickly check if there's some new questions came in the chat. If the dormitory is confirmed, the dormitory is not 100% confirmed, but it's very, very likely that you will get it. And basically, the earlier you're starting the process of like applying and like also, yeah, stating us that you show interest in the dormitory, the more easily we can place you. For sure, a lot of students want to stay in those dormitories for good places, and usually our students also get the placement. But sometimes for those very late moving students that apply like a few days before the application deadlines, we cannot guarantee it. So if you want to be like here on the safe side for the dormitory, if you're applying like 7, 8 months before the program is starting, we can definitely place you on a dormitory here.
Yep.
Another question.
I think the next one would be about the minimum amount. So I guess you are referring to the financial affidavit. So yeah, for one semester, so for this program, the minimum amount would be around 5,000 euro that you will need to show to write on your on the financial affidavit, which is a form you will need to fill out.
Yeah. So there are basically those two options, right? You have one option is you're providing a bank statement with 5,000 euro like money basically frozen. Or the other option is you're providing a financial evidence, and there you don't need to freeze the money, but you need like a guarant, like a person, like a trust person that is signing those documents for you, that will yeah guarantee for you, um, ja, dass sie für dich
Yeah.
bürgen. That's, you know what I mean.
Yeah, sorry, I got muted suddenly in the middle of my sentence. But yeah, you can also get like scholarships that you can add there for the total amount of money that you have on your account. So yeah, usually students don't have issues regarding that.
Hmm. And then one last question.
And
We will share the
then I
recording to
still see a
everyone.
question. Yeah. Yeah, this one will be, it has been recorded. So don't worry, it will be shared to every participant, even registrants who might not have joined us today. So yeah, it will be any email, it will be sent to you.
Thank you. And if you have any further questions or you want to get any info about the program, yeah, we would recommend you just book like a free Zoom call with us. You can book it on the asiaexchange.org homepage. Then we can share our screen. We can go a bit more into detail and just consult you regarding individual matters. If you just have quick questions, just reach out to us via email, no, at info@asiaexchange.org. Um, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So we hope, yeah, we hope that
thanks.
you like this program, and also we hope that there's really like an yeah, an interest from the students combining like a semester abroad and an internship. So we are really excited from Asia Exchange, no, because this is like a new product line for us, and we would also like to establish this product line for many other universities that we're having in Asia. So yeah, exciting times ahead. Thanks everyone
Yeah,
for.
definitely. Yeah. Yeah, maybe one very quick last thing is if you are interested in Korea, we usually have ambassadors who are taking care of our Instagram account, for example, for a short period of time. So these are students who are on site. So, for example, in Hanyang, and they would show you their daily lives. They would show you the campus, how it looks like, etc. So yeah, if you are interested, don't hesitate to follow us on our social media, like Instagram or TikTok,
Yeah.
where you can really find nice content and give you a better idea what you can find when you arrive on site. So yeah, once again, thank you so much everyone for joining. It was a pleasure to really introduce you this new program. And yeah, as Chris mentioned, we are quite excited to launch it and to have the first student joining in it.
Yeah. So thanks everyone. Thank you, Paul, no, also for hosting, and yeah, lovely evening, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. Have a nice evening. Bye
Goodbye.
bye.